I get 200 a verse and 200 for a show. I need 400 a O if I'm breaking down the boat. While you doing all that typing, we been trying to up the scope. Niggas gangsta on the gram, Cinderella on the hoe. How much did the phantom cost bag? Too much. Driver give me there when I'm high, 2 clutch. With another nigga bitch, 1 switch and 2 cups. All black, red, inside shit, 2 plush. Go trapping in the designer, new Balenciaga with Adidas. Mama knew I was a hustler in the stomach as a fetus. I was back and forth the court and now I'm ballin' alopecia. Molly calling me a cheater cause I fell in love with Keisha. First I take a sip of potion, then I chase it with excited. Can you point out all the haters? I can't see them through these cottage. Let my newest bitch pop it cause her ex nigga watching. When you having plenty of bread, all the pigeons come flocking. You feel me? True be told, I'ma always show the real me. It's chilly, bust down cribbin' with the matching Richard Millie. Flyer than an eagle when I'm touching down in Philly. Nickname a coupe, Lil Wayne, no silly. Drop, ain't no laying up, I'm just drilling, then I'm peeling. Gotta roll, skirt out the door with these rocks in the nigga wrist. Too much, 4 Giados on the bench, too much. 42 a nigga sip, too much. I done hit another nigga bitch, too much. All this money that I got, I can never get too much. All these hoes that I got, I can never get booed up. All these cars on the lot, I been switching the shoes up. All this money that I got, I can never get too much. Rocks in the nigga wrist, too much. 4 Giados on the bench, too much. 42 a nigga sip, too much. I done hit another nigga bitch, too much. All this money that I got, I can never get too much. All these hoes that I got, I can never get booed up. All these cars on the lot, I been switching the shoes up. All this money that I got, I can never get too much.
You have reached concierge and hospitality here at the Triple S. How may I be of service to you?
Yo, Gibbs, it's KD. Where you at?
Yeah, can't train. Came by the trap, if I fall off, I can do the same thing. Rap game, face all over these magazines, I can't slang things. Insane, buddy rapper gang, throw it down for the set. VV, when you see me, hold these double G's, got my neck wet. Anybody killer hitting all crews. Crack was moving slow, I move the dog food. Nigga for the law, breaking all rules. Mr. Petty Whopper with the dog food. Lost a couple ounces, that's a small move. Pull the 50s out, we bringing all tools. Get a truck and fill it up with all goons. When the crack was slow, I move the dog food, nigga. Bitches, young Coleone, soprano, baby Tony. Straight out that east side, my breakfast was eggs and fried bologna. Can't politic if you neutral, I fuck with members on. I pulled up that face with choppers, bitch, I ain't sitting at home. Fuck niggas getting sprayed down, yellow tape and stretcher getting laid down. Call my nigga black and get some cake rounds. Yo, this been my nigga since the playground. Yo, this been my nigga since the sandbox. Before I run the turf, I got the landlock. Put it in the pot and made the grand block. We was out here serving, had the hand rocks, nigga. Can't train, came out the trap, if I fall off, I can do the same thing. Rap game, face all over these magazines, I can't slang things. Insane, bunny rabbit gang, throw it down for the set. VBs, when you see me, all these double G's, got my neck wet. And my money roll, it do not fold. Got a roadie Daytonas all go. Politic with Pablo's Chapos. I don't got a minute, but he dog codes. Bitch, I never been, I do not fold. They was on the Chevy, they was all gold. Politic with Pablo's Chapos. I ain't got a minute, but he dog codes, nigga. Yeah.
I ain't got much to say, man. It's been a while since we've been back to the elite Big 12, the CFP Big 12, the Premier League, whatever you want to call it, the new and improved Super 3, now 3-tiered relegation, whatever you want to call it, whatever your fancy is. We're back, and we are here for ULM to defend their championship yet again. They've been successful so far. They've made it through. How many games have we made it through? I don't even remember how many games. 3? Is this game 4 now? Yep. And Michigan's 2-1, so they've just got nothing but ruining the party on their mind. But we've been doing some good things. We've got our good friend, the Urbana, Ohio Proud Boy. Not Proud Boy, not that word. The Pride of Urbana. 481 all-purpose yards. He went off with kick returns and some receptions. And this man has gotten himself into the Heisman race, of all things. Good job for that, GG. Let's remind you what this college football playoff Big 12 looks like. We have it basically separated into West and East. Is the easiest way to try to group them together here. Or more like South and North. It's kind of like, actually, all of these schools are really kind of close in like northeastern, midwestern to northeastern. And then whatever's left fell in here on the other side. And so this is all based on how things went with the Super 3 in the last season, where people were at, but then also a historical perspective since the Super 3 ran its 10 years, and some teams who had won national championships during that time getting a little bit of a nod where necessary. Teams like Ohio State that belonged in it because they've won a natty and are historically a decent team, kind of proving us wrong here a little so far. They're 0-2 inside the conference play. Cincinnati getting in because they were in the national championship against us last year, and they've been relatively competitive and been in the Super 3 a fair amount of the 10 years, so they got in. Michigan was one of the top 12 teams, one of the tops in the Super 3, so they represented. And then Army, of course, has been pretty good throughout. Pitt was a surprise selection a little bit, but their standing was in a spot where they were in, and they've had somewhat success over the years. Navy, of course, has had their share of success, and actually I can't remember the year exactly, but they've won one of the natties during this dynasty. And then you see on this side our old friend South Carolina. We won't be seeing them in any conference championships with the current layout, which is subject to change every year based on how new teams coming in and the geography changes. But there's lots of maroons still for those who enjoy the old maroon bowls from the Conference USA Super 3 era. South Carolina, Stanford, and South Carolina gave us some of those historic upsets and bad times and bad days inside of our conference championships. So you got that going. LSU, of course, a state rival of ours, not far away in all Conference USA battles. Nebraska's been pretty decent recently, I guess. I don't know. Arizona, Nebraska, these schools. The first year is what it is. After this, it's all people earning it, so there's no subjectivity really. But that's how it's shaped up inside of our Big 12s. You see Pitt and Army leading their division on the other side. We're leading ours currently. Let's give you a look at the top 25s. Give you a little juxtaposition of where things are. Pitt is number one team somehow right now. You see all their rivals listed. First time they've ever been in the Big 12. And we're using the Big 12 just because the name of it and everything, it just happens. We can't change the names of the conferences on here, so we've had to kind of use creativity and a little inferred logic, I guess. Yo, Old Slaw, good morning. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Very good to see you. We're just trying to get reacquainted with where we were. It's been a while since we've done one of our Coach Dickie dynasties here and played a game with ULM. So we got the hat on, we're feeling like we're, I don't know, back. I don't know. Hope you're doing well. We're short of words here. We're looking at Pitt right now, one of the teams. We're looking at our top 25. Some of the surprises here. But I think the conference, the way we've aligned it, has worked out pretty well because the top 6 teams are all in our thing. So at the end of the season, the bottom 6 teams, or bottom 4, we're still debating on whether we want to drop 6 or 4, because how many teams we drop, we'll have to promote, and so it just gets a little bit trickier. But if we have 6 that are in, then that means that we know which 6 to kick out pretty easily. Just 9 a.m., so nothing bad happened yet. Hey, there you go. We're not quite 2 a.m. yet here, so we still have time for something wild to happen before we technically consider it the next day, I guess. But what happened to Mississippi State? They're a little upset they didn't get into the Big 12. They've had some, battles with us in the Conference USA, and now it looks like they're running it right now. 4-0. They got number 9 Miami coming up next. Should be a pretty good one. LSU is 2-3, but they've still got them in the top 12, considering the tough schedule they've played and everything, all considered. But they're 2-3 going up against Cincy. See Army and Ohio State, some more of our college football playoff 12. Bunch of MAC schools, another of our Big 12s. Nebraska's 1-3, but yet they still got them ranked, for now at least. Cincinnati 1-3, they're still ranked for now. So we will keep moving here. I don't know what else to show you other than that. That's pretty much it. I can remind you of who's on this team. It's been a while. You know, Cam Elbert, 99, junior, just come off his national championship win last year. Got Josh Downing, who trying to groom a little bit to possibly be the man. But, I mean, if Elbert stays next year, Downing will get 1 year maybe. And at that point, it's like, why not just bring on Leon Barber, the 6'5", 232 kid. He'll be ready to take the helm for create some consistency, continuity at least. At running back, that's our old friend Carl Davidson. He won the Heisman last year, helping us get that natty, first for ULM. But we've got a little guy here who's coming up pretty quick. He's a 96. He's just a freshman redshirt. He's 219 though. He's got a man's body on this young kid, and he is ready. And so once Davidson moves on, we'll have him. And as of right now, he's stealing playing time just because of how quick. We got our old friend James Brown, who's been here for a while. He's going to graduate. And Joe Fox, I'm not sure how he's an All-American, but he figures to factor into next year's plans as well. He's not terrible. He's just not 96 in speed. Or the brother of legendary J-Ron Ouellette. And so Ingram, fullback's just a sophomore. Future ahead of him. This guy's a bully. Melvin Crowell, another good fullback. He's got some speed. He's actually able to run. And he'll be trying to get some playing time, possibly. Got to figure out what's going to happen there. A little stacked up. Mark Barnes, the possession receiver who's been here, pretty much started every year that he wasn't redshirting. Same with Zach Jackson, 99 in speed. But it's Trey McGee who's the impact player, the guy who's getting it done on kick returns and punt returns. And the Urbana, Ohio, pride and joy. Only a junior as well. Darren Massey is a senior. He'll be graduating with Jackson and Barnes. And you got Fernando, who will be moving on as well. Michael Daniel and McGee hopefully be here next year to put the pieces together. And we've got a couple of guys that aren't on the depth chart redshirting. Sodzinski's just a junior. You know this man has been pretty good at the tight end spot. Chad Powell's just a freshman. Could be redshirting. There's another tight end that we signed who is redshirting. And then you got Ingram, who can be a decent blocker when needed. Throw him in there at the third tight end. James Walton's already an All-American. He's just a sophomore. This offensive line, a little bit of a rebuild this year. It's not bad. It's just some of these guys are young and still in that development. You see 86 and 85. They'll get better. Joe Evans, junior. He's an 88. You got the freshman Nick Harris, who may be challenging for playing time, taking that job from Evans next year. We'll see. Brandon Gallagher's as good as they get. He's a center. Junior. He can come back next year still. And we got a freshman redshirt Heron who may evolve into a starter someday. Maybe. Nick Harris or one of the other players may end up taking a position change. Michael Casey's just a junior. He should be back next year. Paul Weber, All-American senior. He has played right tackle through good and bad. And it's likely next year we'll see either Collier or Williams manning this spot. Nick Perry, the junior DN, pretty good. Freshman redshirt Edgar Williams isn't too bad when he's called on. He's got speed. He's an 80. And then SD Olympian, the big boy D tackle, good enough to play some DN at times if needed. Jay Patton, the senior, he's been here for a while. He's a 97 overall. You got big boy Theo Reed, who can play a little D tackle as well. This guy's a 69 in speed, despite being such a absolute large lad here. And so we've got some depth here. Marcus Malone's going to play his last year. SD Olympian moving on as well. But Thomas Young should be back next year with Theo Reed, this D tackle and D line in pretty good shape. Derek Stone's just a sophomore. He's been stealing some time. We've got a couple of young left outside backers who may eventually take that spot, maybe even next year. Stone was not ever really expected to be doing what he's doing. He's a middle backer. Chris Curtis, his senior year, he is the glue there in the middle. And so Stone will be trying to fill those spots next year, but I don't know. Chris Curtis is going to be a big gaping hole when he leaves. Then Ryan Hale, only a junior. He should be back next year. I think he was actually a middle backer that got moved outside for this season because we were a little thin on both sides. Corner position is going to get a little tricky next year with Pollock leaving. Andrew Nunez will still be here, and his speed is a big benefit. Steven Johnson will be back. Ray Waters. Man, maybe our team's not too bad at corner right now. Good speed. Nunez will have decent awareness and everything. Looking pretty good there. Safety, Rick Cook's been stealing some time this year, but it's kind of been by playing it by ear at times. In some games, we've taken him out and let one of our corners get in there. Or we've got a couple of decent, Carlos Williams. Gillette, the true freshman, has been pretty solid so far. Kickers should be back next year. Courtney Stevenson, true freshman punter here. I was hearing last week from my father-in-law. How about that Michigan team, How about that? They beat UConn. I'm like, fucking Bowling Green, like, you know what I mean? Like, Toledo. Like, some of these Ohio schools would beat them probably like 42. And so they play today and they almost lose to Maryland. That's why the hate for Michigan is ramped up, because they don't even fucking do anything. They beat UConn and they're like, this is our year, you better watch out, we're gonna beat you, we're gonna go to the national championship, we're gonna be fucking, in November, beating you in the shoe. Man, you ain't beating nothing. Maybe you're meat, and you're probably doing that the wrong way. But much love to you, Michigan fans. I don't mind you. You got no bragging rights on us because you lose every year. And everybody else's football fucking program looks sorry as shit today, too. OU? What happened? Texas? What happened? What happened? You fucking suck. And everybody was hyping you up, and you weren't good enough to deserve that hype. Clemson almost lost. Michigan almost lost. Who else lost that wasn't supposed to lose? Like Tennessee fucking sucks. They almost lost to Florida. Let them come back. Georgia almost lost to Kent State. Yeah, dude. The thing that I don't like, and reason I start to get pissy, is because college football is like a crazy day, a wild, unpredictable day. And it's like, it's just bad football. It's just programs. Like back in the day, programs were airtight. They just didn't lose those games. They didn't have fall offs. And like teams were just like more, I don't know, I guess like the betting odds were more like, yeah, you don't fucking lose to this team, like, you know what I mean? And it's much, I think the parity is cool and fun, but it's just like, it's teams who are imploding. It's usually a team that's really fucking up and playing some bad football that's allowing these comebacks and stuff to happen. Which, as a person who's like, I want to watch the best of the best, I want to see these players and things do stuff I can't and other people can't and normal people will never do. And then you watch them play and you're like, these are just young kids and they look fucking like not mentally strong, They don't look like their focus is as intense as, like a Jerry Rice or some of those people. It's like from one game to the next, like watch Ohio State, perfect example. From one game to the next, our team, our quarterbacks, our defense has like personality disorders. The offense has been pretty solid no matter what, but they've been shaky, just not super. Today it seemed like they figured that out, but then the defense, you don't count on them ever. But here we go. We're completing the grand slam of weeding devices here. We're going to hit this Dabaroo. We're going to play Michigan. Fucking Schmichigan. One of the few teams on here that's going to be able to go toe-to-toe with us. Defense is a little bit... It's not been working. I just this dab concentrate I think just sucks compared to the other one. We're going all maroon or what? I don't think anything happened at all. I have not seen anything come out. Like, any vapor coming out here? What a rip. What a rip. Alright, well, we're gonna go. We're game timing. There's still a couple of seconds to put in a channel prediction even. Do as you please. As we fittingly wrap up with the song called The Calling here, and it's possibly our calling this year to get this back-to-back repeat national championship. Let's see if we can continue the defense. The Michigan offense has been putting up points. Defense has been giving up a few points. Defense, yardage-wise, fairly tight. Better than ours so far. Passing yards, we have been struggling there. But we've been getting our own. Cam Elbert having a year of years coming off his national championship. Then Chad Curtis, Carl Davidson. We've got some 99s here. They've got a right tackle who's going to be injured, so going without one of their top guys. And then they've got running backs, kind of a redundancy. They both can't have the ball in their hand at the same time, so try to take advantage of that right tackle being out. It's a rainy, soggy one here in ULM, Monroe, Louisiana. As I don't have my sound on. Just one second. Don't come on loud. Don't come on too loud. You see the more northerly standings of Big 12, CFP, College Football Playoff, Premier 12 here. Elite Big 12, whatever you want to call them. But cheers to you and chongs to you again. We're drinking Aldi beer, Merchant's Keep IPA. Not too bad. It's not too bad. My wife says you can't buy a 6-pack of beer for $9 anymore. Anything less than $9. So if that's the case, it tastes good. I mean, they're not using anything real high quality ingredients. They're not using any kind of special hops. There's not a real distinct flavor profile to it, but it's a very mild, like solid kind of generic IPA. It has more malt in it than I would normally like, and I think that's just because the hops flavor is not super sharp. So the malt stands out. That's my only real critique. It's the only thing that I would rather not deal with. Get that malt down. Get the hops up. Or just leave the malt the way it is and get the hops up. All right, let's do our thing here. I didn't see Michigan's quarterback like being a real run threat, but they always end up being. We've been around long enough. Coach Dickie's been around long enough. He's seen all the games, all the tricks, all the treats. There's the special teams standing out again, getting that. This has been one of the bigger differences of this team. No kick returns really getting by us like previous years. All right, so Michigan come out in something that looks like run heavy. And it is a run, and he's got lots of room. Keith Hunter. You saw he was going to be a problem. He's one of their highest rated players. He comes out immediately showing some impact on this game. Got to stop that. 17 yards a run is not going to fly. Especially when we had a fucking 5-man front going. Let's try this again. Actually, we didn't have a 5-man front. The fucking, I guess I didn't get my play in because we only had a 3-man front. I didn't even notice. Didn't notice that our fucking play call wasn't in. And they're bouncing off tackles. We see Keith Hunter again making a nice play.
That makes it 2nd and 2.
Man left, man left. Shift, shift. Hey. Shift, shift.
What happened there? Quarterback makes a broken play into a first down.
That makes it 1st and 10.
I don't think we took enough pregame subs, dudes. I don't think we took enough. I'm worried. I'm worried. I'm gonna let the fucking computer tend to this for the next couple seconds. That dab not fucking coming through really kind of fucked us. All of our preparation got kind of off schedule.
That's a gain of 8 on the play.
Injustice.
2nd and 2.
Solid Anglo name there. All right, fuckers, come on. D up, babies. There's a tackle for loss, and that's Cook. That's why he ends up getting playing time despite his rating not showing really anything special. He's a 79, but he's good against the run. Against the pass, where I think that number really derives from. Fuck. Does he go out of bounds? He got the first. I don't know how he gets that throw through there and just in general doesn't hit somebody in the head or somehow get intercepted. But it's just like that throw is a pretty crowded passing lane. Alright, defense slowing that run down a little bit. Still gets 4 though.
That makes it 2nd and 6.
How are these dudes just melting down my tacklers? My guy's on him. Watch this shit. Watch my dude just melt when he walks through me. Catches it. My guy comes up to make a tackle. Oops. I guess I'm not good. He had a head of steam. He was running and then hit sticks the guy. But this man who just turned and started to go upfield is supposed to be the more physically, like, with inertia and all that shit going. Like, Pollock's a pretty solid, like, he's a senior. He's not like a small 160, 170 corner. He's been here. He's put on a little, you know, little muscle. He's a big hitter. TFL, baby. Nick Perry. So I'm kind of distracted by this fucking brush fire happening in my ashtray. Inside tackle run. And he's still gonna... Are you kidding? Are you kidding? That's tackle for loss that ends up going for a first. What? How is that happening? Fuck me, dude. Of course he's getting in. Dude, there's no stopping him there. You just know sometimes the game's not going to let you stop. Like, I only know how to tackle one or two ways. If the hit sticks just melt when the guy goes through me, and then the dives sometimes make me dive right through him, or when I do the A, they get in this hand fight shit where the guy pushes me downfield for 10 yards. I'm out of options. And that's where all options have been exhausted. So, the team up north here. Trey McGee is not getting any kind of return. That is not good. And so now we're in a little trouble. A lot of time, of course, but just the general vibe is a little concerning. How our defense can't tackle, won't tackle. We still got Carl Davidson in this man. Can do it. And we've got a lot of time left, so defense has just got to get shit figured out. Hey, yo, what's going on, Durant? Hello, hello. Back to the Dickie Dynasty for this evening here, and struggling a little. Defense got worked. Michigan, their running back, just absolutely embarrassing us so far. Lots of time left. Glad you could join us and hopefully see us get this figured out. There's Sadzinski helping figure it out. That's a big rumble down the field. And this is why Elbert's so damn good. He's able to set his feet quick and let that thing rip. And it's not a crazy pass. It's not big downfield, but he's able to get time and see it all play out, because it initially looks like people are all covered. But I see Sadzinski working his way out of that middle of the field. Ray of sunlight shining down on him as he gets into the clearing there. Davidson goes for 2. I think I identified 2 narcissists in my life that are now probably gone. That's pretty good. You just did that today? Or they've been gone and you've recognized it? Cleaning out in the closet, yeah. Some freeing and liberating stuff. Right, we're going to see if this running game can do anything, but we know Michigan's D isn't bad. They're a 99, and then their defense is a 97. KD's getting 6. Mostly gone. Hell yeah. They just start to fade. You know, just eventually be gone completely. Alright, 3rd and 2. Try to pass it? That seems stupid. What am I doing this for?
Oklahoma! Hey, pull her down!
Davidson's gonna get it. This offensive line is good enough. They're, you know, rating wise isn't superior, but rest assured with the Coach Dickie offensive line, they've been probably recruited with their run block numbers the priority. Feels good to get rid of them. Decide they're done. Yeah. Just said talk to you later. And I mean, sometimes that's all you have to do, right? Some people don't deserve to have a whole explanation. Oh, no, no, no! What? What? Oh, my God. Albert doesn't usually fumble. I mean, we're not trying to run the ball with him there, but he's kind of cocking it back to throw it and gets hit in the middle. Fuck. Gotta think, what are we gonna do to stop him here?
Double tight, guys, double tight. Two down, two down. Dog 4! Orange 3! Orange 3!
Damn. Is it their agility skills or something that what makes my guy not be able to turn? Like, I'm just running at, like, turbo, and they won't turn and make a tackle. They run by him. And it's, like, fucking me over big. Well, I'm truthful with people, and they're not willing to deviate from their story. I know it's not going to end positive, so I just, ended my mind, remain polite. I mean, that's, yeah, like, you know, what's the old saying? Like, it's not good to argue with a madman, because from a distance, people can't tell which is which, who's the madman. And, I mean, that's where it comes down to talking and arguing with people who, they are pathological liars, or they will not, after being caught in a lie, say sorry, and promise they won't do it again. Like, simple shit, right? Because then you can at least make a decision. Will we work forward? Will I trust him again? But if you don't even get through that part, then don't even fucking go on. There's no more conversations to have. You're making the right decisions there. And being polite, I mean, that's all you can ask. But yeah, I mean, I have had some conversations with, like, you know, just some really criminal people at times. People are just like, dude, I just saw you trying to steal shit out of my garage. Nah, man. I'm like, yeah. Nah, I'm like, I got video of it, and I saw that you were, like, kind of scoping the place out the other day when I was back here mowing. Nah, man. Yeah. Nah, like, hey, you're holding something right now that has my fucking name on it. Nah, that's not yours. I got that I bought this from a guy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, those kinds of people, like, that, like, I used to try and have those conversations. You know you're not going to win that conversation. And so what did I start doing? I started growing a garden back there in my alley. I'm like, if this guy's stealing shit from me, he probably needs something. He's hurting for something. He's either needs food, for drugs, money, or something. And so I planted a garden back there, and I told the dude, hey, anytime you come back here, if there's something that's ripe, it's yours, dude. Take it. And I never had anything stolen again. And I never got killed or shot by that guy. And it's always just one or two people. Like when you, like my friend where he lived, I used to be his roommate and lived there. We had this parking lot. And, like, people get their stuff broken into. And we're like, dude, we've never had any problems. And people, like, would have their windshields broken out and, like, or the windows broken out and stuff stolen. And it was just crazy. He was like, dude, that never happened. Well, somebody that was doing it was cool with us, and they knew what our car was, and so they were only doing it to other people, which was kind of nice, I guess. But at the same time, it was literally just like one person who had gotten out of jail, and now it all started, and then he got caught, and then it all quit. And it's just like, I mean, it's stupid. Those people will ruin it for everybody, and it's like, whatever is causing them to do it, can we just help them with that? Whatever's making them do it. Do they have a drug addiction? Like, dude, honestly, I'll buy you the $5 hit of crack to stop fucking my shit up, dude. And like, can I help you get off crack? Do you want to get off of it? If you don't want to get off of it, then this is all I can do for you right now, is give you money, and just not much money, but enough money to say, don't fuck with me. I'm good guy. We're nice guy here, right? But I don't know. It's just like that with relationships. You just have to sometimes realize, like, okay. And in that situation, it ultimately comes down to, you're like, do I just want to move away and never see you again? There's a very, parallel to ghosting a person or just bailing in a relationship. What are we doing here? God damn, we can't get first downs now. Learned after a painful breakup, my ex totally sabotaged our friendships. Yeah. Probably showed them fake emails. Dude, that's fucking next level kind of like psychopath, sociopath shit. Most of the girls and people I had breakups with, like, they were just so, like, just wanting to get away. Like, everybody was just parting ways. Like, nobody did anything evil. But some. There's always one. Or some that you didn't date even, that try to come in. And like, I had one girl who wanted to date me and I never dated her, and then I got in a relationship. She tried to say that I had been dating her and screwing her and like break me up because, and I'm like, I told her, I said, do you think if you break me up with this person that I would want to date you? Like, just because I'm single? Like, I'm not gonna, like, your logic is broken, right? And I don't think I really ever had a problem again. It was like, kind of like, end of it. Damn it, dude. This is going very poorly. ULM's always been a team that kind of has to create some drama. Put all the odds stacked up against them. Just thankful we didn't fumble that one again. I'm not crazy. You're the one that's crazy. Yeah, the gaslighting shit and stuff, dude. That's a whole other thing. I never had to deal with that with any people I dated, but my dad, like family, I did. Oh, he just dropped it. Damn it, dude. I was just about to say he just slipped that in there, just was able to break free enough. And then he fucking drops it. All I wanted was a Pepsi. Oh, fuck. At least he got rid of it. Would have been a sack. So, 4th and 18. Do I have a 4th and 18 play? Fuck. You don't know that song, My Suicidal Tendencies? Not by reading the lyrics, I don't. If I heard it, I might. But not ringing a bell. Get a bounce for me. Oh, beautiful. Well, if I hadn't taken that dude and removed him across. Gotta check it out. We gotta get our asses fucking on track here. This is not good. Get our asses unfucked or something. I don't know what I was trying to say. My brain is clearly not helping me much right now. And there's a sack finally. The defense gets some pressure. Tommy Young, big boy, D-tackle. Now I'm trying to figure out if my wife's a narc, brother's wife's a narc. Ugh. Man, that seems like a lot of drama. Oh, no. Damn it. Yeah, I'm turning into people and I'm not turning into the guy I thought I was.
Stone makes the tackle. Gain of 6 on the play.
Alright, 3rd and 11. We gotta get a stop. Come on. Come on. Come on, please. Come on, please. He dropped it!
Williams, the intended receiver on the play. That brings up 4th and 11.
Thank God. Let's go, McGee. Come on. We'll take it. 18-yard return. And now this offense has to do something. It has to get something going.
2 times. 4 down. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Ready? Red 18. Red 18. Easy. Over.
Davidson will make the catch. Get 9.
That's good for a gain of 9 yards. That brings up 2nd and 1.
Who's the assholes in my family? There's a lot of them. My grandma and grandpa I never talked to. My dad. Kind of my brother. Evidently my Uncle Bobby to my mom, her brother. All the cousins that never make any attempt to be a part of the family or be, you know, like actually blood. Oh, that's not going anywhere.
That's good for a gain of 1 yard. That brings up 2nd and 9.
But there's like serious mental health issues involved in all that equation. My grandma and my dad's mom, like that whole world is very mentally ill. Get rid of it. Got your problems, but you seem super solid and honest. I mean, yeah, I just don't try to deny any of these things and try to make it easier to have other people call me on it. Like, hey, dude, you're doing that. Don't do that. And I'm like, yeah, I see. Yep, I know that that's not good. No one likes when I do that. It's negative, toxic. Like, And then I've also got the benefit of being like, hey, I've seen people do that. I've had that happen in my family. You know, like if I get upset with my mom or my sister or something, I'm like, I'm not going to be like my dad or my brother. I'm going to work through it. Like, what's wrong? Like, sorry, I said something you didn't like. Like, you know, whatever it is. And that's something that I've just learned because those people never, those other people never did that. Won't do that. Can't do that. They burn the bridges so bad, there's nothing left to try and reconstruct, you know? Like, you know, when people just start to go to name calling or start to go to toxic stuff, like, I have disagreements, and even a little bit of name calling, like, hey, fuck you, asshole, you know, something like that. Whatever, that's in the heat of an argument, something that can be forgiven. But, you know, some things, when people go for the throat, you know, and say shit like you can't take back, you can't put back in the toothpaste tube, you know, like, that's something else I've learned is like, hey, most problems can be worked through if you do not just light the fucking torch and burn it all down. Everything usually can be worked through. They can't do it because they can't be wrong about anything. Yeah, they can't admit they're wrong. They'll try later to solve things, and they'll come back with like a distorted reality. Like, you know what's funny is like I was thinking about it, and you do, and I'm like, that's not how it went at all. But okay, like I don't want to relive it, and they'll bring it up like that too, where it's like, dude, we're trying to forget and move forward, and then you'll somehow find a way to make a joke about it to bring it up. I'm like, you're just dumb now. You're like emotionally dumb. And my dad has no reason to be emotionally mature. He never really did anything like I have in terms of working with people and really having to deal with different people from different places and different mindsets. And like, that's all it takes. It's all like moving into my dorm my college year and seeing like my neighbors were black. There was Jewish people and my other neighbors. Guy across the way was from Dubai, UAE. There was a Korean guy. There was an Indian guy. There was a gay guy. And then there were a couple of like West Coast dudes I'd never talked to, like real, you know, like granola type hippies and shit, you know. And it's like all these different people. And I just loved talking and hearing about how their life and things were different. I wasn't like, I don't want to hear about your weird ways or like, you know, casting judgment on who's doing stuff and living life the right, like, you know, it was just different worlds, different customs. Have to always appear strong. Yeah. They fear people seeing behind the mask. My dad does that. After I thought about it, what you made makes sense. It's hard to remember what I said that might have made sense. I say so much stuff and so little stuff. Oh, let's go, Curry. Curtis, I should say. Defense trying to pull us back in this. Still a lot of time, but anytime we're not in the lead, I just get anxiety. My dad says that too. Navy on the rocks with Air Force here. Might be taking an L today. And there's a blitz coming that's going to be incomplete. Oh, gotcha. Yeah. You're quoting. I wish my dad did that. When I used to live and be with him, like, you know, as a family, like, he would oftentimes say, you know what, you're pretty smart sometimes. You say some stuff that makes sense. Like, he would say some of that, but you know, I never really remember my dad getting too political. He hated George W. Bush. I remember he went nuts about George W. Bush because he's like, he should be tried for war crimes. And he was very, very John Kerry. But my dad went to Vietnam, so I think he saw a lot of things in John Kerry that he might have been, you know, mutually benefiting from. But, like, I never really had any hard conversations about, like, you know what, now that I think about it, I should have, though. Like, one of the last conversations I had with him is like, you know what, I don't want your racist ass around my daughter. Because I grew up around him saying shit all the time. Like, and I just never even thought about it. Like, I didn't think that there was an actual human that, you know, these words reflected or were like different kinds of, like, racism that you don't hear much anymore. Like, old school, hate the Japanese. Old school, like, Polak jokes and shit. Like, some old shit. Irish, like, fuck Catholics kind of jokes and fuck Jews kind of jokes. Like, damn, dude. I should not have had to be brought up around that. And politically, we never really talked about, like, abortion or anything, but I probably disagree with him about a lot of the other stuff too. But I feel like that's the way life should be, man. That stuff doesn't have to be, if you can somehow keep it from being a part of conversation all the time, and like sexuality and like whatever, like if you can keep it from dominating your conversation when somebody doesn't really see eye to eye with you about it, I mean, you can coexist. You can only get so far together. But, like, you know, like I said, I just don't really ever remember having any disagreements about it, even though now thinking through it, there probably were super, super strong differences. I do remember trying to date a girl that was, like, Pacific Islander. And my dad said something, he's like, you can date her and you can fuck her, but don't have kids with her. They'll never fit in around here. I'm like, damn. And I mean, like, I don't even know that he was saying it like they're inferior or some terrible fucking thing like that. But I think, I mean, he's being honest about the fucking hate and the white trash, like, lack of tolerance around there. I think it's gotten better just because I think the world in general is a little better now, but it's not enough. It's like those things, those thoughts still pervade in secret and quiet, instead of it just being okay to say in school and shit. But yeah, it's like when my dad started to pulling the asshole car on me and shit, I'm like, hey, guess what, dude? There's a lot of reasons that I don't really fucking need you in my life, and like, maybe this is you giving me the right time to bye-bye. And the fucking cherry on top was mentioning that I would somehow, that I was somehow, like, trying to just get inheritance from him. I'm like, are you kidding me, dude? Like, I have never said anything or wanted anything. I've been telling you to go buy that new car, go on vacation, spend the money. I'm the person that's saying, hey, if it makes you happy and it keeps you here longer because you're, you know, living for something to do and save money to go on these adventures, then I hope I never have a dollar of it. I said all of those things to him. And for him to accuse me of wanting inheritance from him, you know, like some of those things, like I said, you can't put back in the tube. Like, why would you ever say that unless you've literally been thinking about it at some point? It's really been a concern, or, you know what I mean, you leak that out there because it's been something that's cooking away. And it's a person who's just got no hobbies that can really occupy him. And a person who's just got a lot of hate and sadness and PTSD. And those things are like, shit, man, I need to be understanding. I need to be empathetic. But then you're like, they won't get help for it or recognize that it's fucking impossible to work and live with them. Hard to tell if he was trying to protect you from racism or he didn't want his racist friends saying shit about him. Bingo. It's all about his. It's just like the guy that I live beside now. It's all about how he's reflected in the community. He didn't give a shit about kids. Didn't give a shit about me. It was somebody saying, you've got mixed race kids. And now, you know what I mean? Like, even then, what would they have said? I've been like, what? They're beautiful kids? What? They're born in America? Both their parents were American? What? What about them? That my kid's gonna be better than yours at fucking baseball? Okay. Just throw it, buddy. It's getting dicey here. Getting real dicey. Be empathetic, but you have to set boundaries to remain sane. That has got to be quote of the year. That's it. You have to set boundaries. And it's just like, you know, those ASPCA commercials and shit you see on TV or you know, them asking you to donate money just for, you know, the cost of a cup of coffee a day. You can feed a kid and this. You have to set boundaries. Like, you can't give money you don't have. You can't give time and volunteer when you can't. You can't have 1,000 cats in your house and not feed them and neglect them and they all fucking smell like shit and they all are fucking got the sick eyes and everything. You know what I mean? Like, you can't be so empathetic to where it breaks you, inconveniences you to you spill the load, you know, on the road. Like, you know, you've got to carry that load, dude. You weigh it shit down and your fucking semi-tips. You can't take turns. You live life. You can't fucking navigate. It's, you know, a pretty good analogy. It's just like you can't get up hills. You can't get up your own hills then. Your load is just fucking too heavy. And people, like, you know, there are the people in the world who always take on too much. And then there's the people in the world who are just like, I'm not taking on anything at all. I'm not going to give at all. And those people are wrong too. But just, I think everybody needs to recognize this stuff early and not try and fix it. And, you know, so many times signs are there like, this will not ever work. This will not ever work. And when it's with family, okay, maybe keep trying, you know, especially if you're not completely estranged. If you see them at holidays and stuff still, or you're still somewhat close to you, like you bump into them in public. But like, if you're, you know, with a person who's just like a work person or a relationship who's very optional, they can go. There's nothing tying you together. No kid, no shared property or whatever. Like, recognize stuff that's not going to work. Talk about it if you want. Say, hey, look, everything's good, or maybe not everything's good, but this situation here is really concerning. And if the person's like, I know, and it's been a problem before, and maybe counseling or something, like, and there's some kind of way forward, maybe. But again, set boundaries and say, if we have another argument or another thing comes up where we're just not able to work shit out, that's the last time. Like, people, you know, definition of crazy, doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. That's it. And then to keep putting yourself like in domestic situations where maybe violence is ramping up, or in my situations where it was like my blood pressure and shit's going higher, and like I'd end up doing something just like not ever hurting people, but I'd go outside and like punch something, right? Like just stupid things that would scare somebody or something. Just unnecessary, immature shit. Just that stuff. As a young guy, you're like, I didn't hurt anybody. I didn't punch anybody. I'll fix that hole. What? Why are you mad at me? letting off some steam. You eventually start to get smart, and maybe people knew all along, and I just was a person that eventually got smart. But you understand that, hey, that scares people, or people look at that as like, wow, what a hothead. I want to be around somebody like that. Like, there's all these other things short of getting arrested or having somebody, file abuse charges. There's a lot of other things that still can fuck the relationship up. And I was just like getting an argument with this one girl about like, you're gonna break up with me because this guy made me mad and I went out there and punched a window, like, and she's like, yeah, and I'm like, it didn't even make sense. Like, why? I didn't hurt you. I didn't hurt anybody, and like I just like, how dumb, like how hard is it to figure out that, hey, people also can see like that could have been me if he was mad at me. Like, I don't know, like there's all these little things that just like like if I dated somebody and I got angry about something to that point, I'd be like, I don't need to date them. I'm not gonna punch a hole in the wall. I'm just gonna leave and not date them. Like, it's a red flag instantly that some kind of conversation escalated to where I couldn't even have a conversation and get it solved, or at least have a conversation where it's, I'm sorry, I don't want to be here anymore. And like, a lot of that probably testosterone and shit too. Fuck, at the time, God knows what I was doing. I'm sure I was playing football, but like, who knows? Testosterone, young man, having a girl involved, things kind of act irrational. Kind of like this game. We should have kicked that goddamn field goal to end the second quarter. Blowing it here. Kicked a chair in my office at the bank. I was working with my future wife's brother. Something. Why? In the same office, he fucked up so bad that I could have got fired. Yeah, friend with benefits, gotcha. Yeah, I mean, nothing gets you worked up like that. Nothing in this world's ever got me worked up like a love, something going wrong, something going bad, something that just won't work. And it's like, fuck, dude. Everything that's ever gone wrong in my life was either related to alcohol or relationships. Outside of that, perfect. Been a fucking great life. But unfortunately, both of those things are also super expensive things. Love getting reaction. Man, it sounds like the girls I've dated. And now, like the lady I'm married to, she just doesn't get reactions out of me. I just don't care enough about anything. I'm just like, if this doesn't work, there's more. If this doesn't work, there's more. If this doesn't work, I'm okay. Like, I just don't care from that angle. And so I'll get mad about some things. I'll end up, getting upset about non-jealousy related things, though. It's never jealousy, which was always the thing that was making me crazy. Jealousy or alcohol. Sick fucks that get a reaction out of you and they just keep poking the bear. Reached out on Facebook after 2 to 3 years. Yeah, that's not good. Might have been harmless. Might have been, but always sounds like they're trying to get you stuck back in their little web, right? Oh, well, it was good talking to you. No, it wasn't. It wasn't good talking to you, bitch. Sorry. Bye. I had my last ex. So I got married. was just a dumb situation. Like, the girl lived in a different town, and then she moved and she was in Florida for a summer, and it was just like all early on in the dating. And it was like, we should have just not dated. We should have been friends with benefits. When she came and visited, it should have been whatever, left it at that, never tried to tough it out through these months where we weren't living together and whatever. All that stuff was just like a recipe for disaster. But she would always try to get reactions. She would try to, like, I would say something in an argument, like, and she would like correct my grammar or some shit, you know what I mean? Just instigating things to try and just turn the temperature up a little bit higher on the boil. And that's just bullshit. When all you want is a person to say, calm down, okay? I hear you. If you want to talk, you know, let's talk. Like, somebody that just cares and says something like that. And people that tune you out or will just kind of shake their head, not give you real definitive any kind of responses, goading you into it. And then, you know, she just fucking, like, so nonetheless, it all, like, was shit because she was my friend's wife's sister. And so, like, turning people against you, like you said, that was a thing. And then it was like, she was pretty much fucked all of the other people in our circle that weren't with girls already or married. And, like, she actually ruined one dude who was engaged to a girl. And then I had just moved out of my good friends. He got a new roommate. And me and this girl weren't working out. So I'm like no longer having a place to live. And no roommate. And the whole situation just ended up making me homeless. I wasn't homeless. I had a car. I had a family members. I could, you know, I had friends. I always had some place. But it was like transient. It was nomadic and shit. And it was when you're trying to get a job, trying to keep a job, trying to do these things, not extra stress you want. And that chick, when I started a different job and I was working someplace, would like ask me to come like dog sit or whatever. Ask me to, like, you know, well, after work, if you want to come over and watch some TV or something, come over. And I'm like, I think she's trying to, like, you know, friends with benefits or whatever, but I'm like, she's a dirty fucking whore, man. I ain't trying to get with that. Like, so I would go there and I would just be like the biggest dick. I would just be the worst. And like, she would say something or like seem like she's trying to get friendly or something. I'd bring up some girl I was talking to or some situation at a bar I had, you know, recently. Like, I would just be the fucking worst. And I was just acting like a chick. I was just acting like a chick trying to make somebody jealous and crazy. And it seemed to work. And I'm like, fuck, dude. Like, I can't be what I hate. I've never had that power before, but it was like for that like 2 or 3 instances where I'm just like, I ain't no friends with benefits. You're skank. I ain't trying to fucking dip in that. And like the whole situation, the whole evilness of it with her friends and my friends like being so interconnected. I tried to play on that too. Like, one of the times I saw her after we broke up, I made it a point to be seen by her family with her. So she was probably getting all that heat and pressure. Like, are you dating him again? Oh my God, I thought you got him out of your life. I thought you kicked him out. I thought you were like blah, blah, blah. And it's like, oh no, your girl's still a skank, dude. She's still sending me pics and shit, trying to get me to come over. Like, trying to have me come watch the dogs and shit. Like, come on. Skank. Skank ass shit. Fucking sometimes, dude, the evil that lives in these people's hearts. People just wanting power trips. I don't know. I think that's what it ultimately comes down to. Is it all is a power of some sort. This manipulation or some sick power, like to get you to do stuff that makes them feel a thrill. Like, I don't know. I ain't into it though. So that's where I'm at now with my life. My wife is like, there's no sick, weird, twisted head games really. She'll have to sometimes like get a little sick and twisted to get me to, pay for stuff. Oh, Gracie's eyeglasses, like, they cost extra, than whatever. And it's like, I gave you some money, but I'll give you a little more. Let's go. Those head games still. But I don't know. We do pretty good keeping track of money and accounting and everything. So it's always like, again, if you get in an argument, just don't get too upset at each other. Say, well, let's talk about it. Let me see it. Put it out there. I want to see it. I know I gave you money. Let's put all the money. I want to see it. Let's count it up. Where you know what I mean? Like, that's always a conversation that can be had. You start getting into name calling and accusing, and that's the shit I watched my dad do. It would be like, somehow an argument about my mom buying me a pair of shoes that I needed, and my dad saying that, she's stealing his money, would turn into something about her fucking the mailman or whatever. And I'm like, dude, do you not trust anybody? Like, if you don't trust the normal person, the people out there in the world, everyday Joes, and you don't trust them, that's one thing. But if you marry somebody, if you bring people in and this is your family, then you should have a little bit of like a bar that's higher, where you don't accuse them of stealing and fucking you over once you're in that bar. Down here, yeah, you can accuse them of breaking in and taking shit, stealing a check, whatever. But it's just like, come on, dude. Like, he did that to my sister and accused her of like sneaking out and taking parts, like some kind of car parts out of his barn. And it's like, you have cameras on the shit too. You can see it wasn't her, or whatever the case may be. It's just like, why would you accuse somebody and then you say stuff like that? You can't put it back in. Once you accuse somebody like that, if you say, man, that offended me that you would go there, I don't know, if that ever goes away, how you fix that. It's like, that's who you think I am? That's where you're putting me? Okay. I mean, okay. So, I mean, just think about that in your relationships. Like, those people aren't trusting you. It usually never gets better. The signs are there. This team of mine is starting to get me distrusting them. We're just not getting it done. Elbert hasn't thrown any picks. He's been pretty sharp, but he has not really had any chance running the ball. He's been sacked. There's been pressure in times where he's had to throw it away. Carl Davidson has been stopped short a couple times. And the passing attack has just really not taken off. Defensively, anytime Derek Stone's your leading tackler, that's questionable and problematic. Good amount of tackles for loss, evenly distributed. Thomas Young's was a sack, but then Ryan Hale, Cook, Perry, D. Stone. No interceptions. I feel like there was possibly one, or no, maybe not. There might have been a deflection that could have been an interception. D. Miller had a 136-yarder for no return. That hurt his average. He had only one kick previously. It was like a 49-yarder. D. McGee, a couple of returns. Nothing too fantastic yet. But we got to get in the Monroe zone here. We got to get there. We got to get there. Fix my hair for you here. I am going to cut my hair eventually. Someday. I got big plans for the mustache too. Here, we're trying to get us trying to grow a Wilford Brimley here. Trying to get us a Wilford Brimley growing. It's just a lot of work. You gotta comb it. I've been putting beard mustache wax in it. Just trying to get it nice and full, but I don't know. I think it's just as good as it's gonna get. And so I just need to. I've never really went with just a Fu Manchu, so like that. I look like some kind of late '90s rock singer. People are intimidated by me. It seems like they never confront with a problem. Hear about it from someone else, yeah, that's the worst too. The junior high kind of shit. That's the worst. Fucking dealing with drama and people, and it's like, why is this person involved? And then you have all these like questions and thoughts about like, why are they talking to this person? Why is our whole life out here, for fucking public discussion? You have all sorts of arguments and shit about that, and then there's trust issues. It's just like, I had to realize right away that my wife talks to her mom all the time, almost constantly, all day long while she's doing other stuff. Her mom's on the phone, her sister, and so like every little detail about me needs, like, I guess, to be known by them. So, everything. They know I take my supplements. They know I go, on some road trips to go get them, and they know about cashing cans in, and they know about the night I met her is the night I got my DUI. So her parents, her dad, and all of them know all about the legal issues I dealt with, and any of my family stuff, like history wise, my business is known and stuff. So sometimes you just have to understand that too. It's just like, oh, okay, if I want them to know something or not, they're going to know. So I may have to be careful about some things that I don't want my wife to know. Not necessarily about me, but just like, if you don't want something to be known, like, you just don't talk about it. Don't say it. Like I said, I had a doppelganger. I have found that with my, like, some of these glasses, like, these glasses are pretty, like, generic, I guess. A lot of people have them. So people will be like, did I see you? And I'm like, I think you just saw somebody else with glasses. Probably just another guy with, like, brownish hair and glasses. Do you have a bigger dick? Trying to say she's a slut. Gotcha. Yeah, I had a couple of girls I had date who, you ask something like that, and they would just make sure to find a way to tell you, yeah, he did. Everybody has a bigger dick, and just say the most hurtful shit, true or not, and just fucking try to crush you. And it's like, I started to realize that, oh, they're doing that because they don't want me to have confidence so I can just bounce off and go get some other girl right away. They don't want me to ever really move on. They want that power. And so it's like, if those words don't hurt you anymore, if they don't even bother you because you're like, well, I don't give a fuck about your opinion. Who the fuck are you? You're not in my life anymore. Thank God. And it's just like, just like you said, like the conversation ends, and it's just like, good. Okay. Good riddance. So we're going to have a quick halftime little performance here. We'll cheers you and chongs you again, but we got to mentally get reset a little bit. It's like a sound bath a little bit. I blame this on the dab not working like we wanted it to. Aldi IPA, cheers you. We're only down by 3. We get the ball back. Everything's okay. National champ, baby. We're the national champs. We're the national champs. National champs. Barry Horowitz shit. Some Barry Horowitz pat on the back shit. We're the national champs, dude. Let's do a little halftime supplementation here. I'm still watching you. Okay. How are you feeling? You feeling good? We gonna come back? Everybody feeling like we're gonna come back? Let's do a channel point prediction if you want, because I don't think there's any points currently wagered. Okay. Give you 10 minutes. You want to get in on that bet? Get that bet. Do it. Let's get back into this thing.
The Wolverines are lined up for the kickoff. Jackson deep to return.
Dude, this coverage team, Michigan, has not been fucking around. So we need to stay true to the game plan here. We were kind of abandoning the run. Davidson with a nice run, finding a little crease there.
That brings up 2nd and 1.
2nd and 1. He just barely got it. Just barely got it. First down. That's all that matters here. All right. New set. Fresh set. And Navy did indeed get beat. They got beat by 25. Air Force today. Albert just going to get a couple, but nothing open. Not trusting it. South Carolina beating Ohio State so far. Davidson's gonna get 8, just short of the first. 69. Very nice. Let's go right at it for this first here. We've been able to run pretty much at will, so I might have screwed myself by cutting back.
Gain of 1 on the play.
Pretty much.
That makes it 2nd and 10.
Man left, man left. 4 down, 4 down. Mike 55, Mike 55. Set, 10 20, 10 20.
Oh, he's got blocking ahead of him. Albert will get 9. He's not the fastest guy, but he can run. He can get enough to be, you know, dangerous. Not going to break a big one. He's not going to outrun guys, but get to that spot.
Double tight, double tight. 4 down, 4 down. Mike 55, right there in the middle.
Does Albert make you miss Joe Cox? Absolutely not. I actually rewatched part of the national championship, and I mentioned, you know, Albert and Joe Cox, and you know, it's like Joe Cox never did that. He can never get us to the championship, and Albert, he is trumped the Joe Cox era. That's almost picked. Damn. See, if that was Joe Cox, it definitely would have been picked. It would have been picked by the fucking middle backer. It was always on a line, like some kind of heat-seeking missile that was just hovering right above the ground. He was left-handed, too. Just more proof that I cannot do great things with left-handers on here. That's a quick pass to Barnes. Barnes is such a good possession receiver. Just throw it around him. He's going to hold on to it usually. Davidson's going to get easy first. He's up to 85 now. Nothing there for Davidson. He's down immediately. Thought he might be able to cut back and... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. He's standing up. He's back in our huddle, so it can't be too serious. He is currently out.
Number 24 carries the ball. Call it a gain of 2 yards.
Should be okay. I feel like this happened once in our other game too.
Two tights, two tights. Four down, four down. Hey, check right, check right. Watch the line. Down. Oklahoma, Oklahoma. Check, check. Texas. 36. Check, check. Texas.
Oh, fuck. I thought he was about to cut it, make his break into that, like his route on that weird dig, or whatever that thing is, that pattern. He's supposed to cut, see how he cut, and then the guy was there and he jammed him up. It's defensive PI. But this game doesn't call that shit. You never get that call for defensive PI. Baby Oulette. We gotta have to ride him for a touchdown here because the passing game just doesn't seem to be able to do it. Fuck. That is bad, bad, bad. And that is bad, bad, bad too. Fuck. I'm feeling this one slip away. I'm out of alcoholic beverage or any kind of beverage. Should have got some hydration. Does smoking weed count as hydration? I think it's kind of the opposite.
Man left, man left. Four down, check 59. Mike is 59, Mike is 59.
Fuck. But Hale keeps it in check, doesn't let Williams get by. Alright, defense, we need you. We need you. Gotta go to bed. Great chatting with you, brother. Good luck. Hey, appreciate it. Always good seeing you in here, bud. And yeah, if you want, you can follow up on the VOD. It should be... We usually post these on the... We don't post the other ones because it gets all extra. And trademark, whatever, like copyright stuff I have to deal with the music. But... this game will be available if you want to see how it ends. Defense has got him spooked a little there. Let's see what we can do. Screen pass. Oh, fuck, are you kidding? He gets a first! Why did, of all the people, did I use that guy? But I thought somebody would help me. I'd fucking make a tackle all by myself, or... Not feeling good right now. Game's slipping away. It's just taking too long to score, and they're fucking with us. Everything just feels bad right now.
That's good for a gain of 8 yards. That'll bring up 2nd and 3.
Cleaned him up there at that hit.
Double tight. Watch the safety creep. Hot down. Oklahoma.
How am I just always doing the absolute worst thing with my guy? Moving them places, and then they go right there, and I'm not able to make the tackle because I'm trapped somewhere I should have been.
Tight end left. Four down. 86 to man. Watch it. Check 59. Mike.
Throws it right where my guy's supposed to be.
That's good for a gain of 4 yards. That makes
Gotta
it
stop
2nd and
here.
6.
Gotta stop to a field goal. We can't get a stop. So many guys over there, and none of them were defending him.
Makes it 1st and 10.
Man left, man left. Three down, three down. New Mike 52, Mike 52. Set, 10, 19.
Have the blitz going that way, he still gets a yard.
That's a gain of 1 on the play. That brings up 2nd and 9.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Three down, three down. Down. Texas.
Hunter on the toss. That's good for a gain of 7 yards. That'll bring up 3rd and 2.
Where to go, D? Hey, watch 11, watch 11.
Defense holds up. Let's go. Rick Cook.
That brings up 4th and 3.
We'll go up by 6 now. This time seeming like it's taking forever to do anything here, so this third quarter's
To return.
pretty much over. No, Big D's got nothing today. Just good coverage from Michigan.
14 yards.
Special teams doing their part. Especially with these 6 points from field goals.
Tight end left, tight end left. Four down, four down. Mike 55, Mike 55.
Baby Ouellette's still in here. I don't know why the other guy's down, but
That makes it
try to make the most of this opportunity. We just try to keep this game on track.
They got tight left, tight left. Four down, four down. Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. Set. Blue 19. Blue, alert, alert. Bruin, Bruin.
Picked. Ooh, damn. Lucky shit. That's not where I was throwing that thing, but he was on the run. Trying to direction, like throw that towards the sidelines and get him to do a little something.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Set. 10 Boston. Check. Alert, set.
Barnes will get the first. Big time play we needed. Albert will get 7.
That'll bring up 2nd and 3.
Double tight. Four down. Hey, check right. Set.
Oh, baby Ouled had a little hole there. I think he might have been able to escape that. Just need a little daylight. He's got the speed.
Here we go. Mike 55, Mike 55. Down.
You'll get 8 on that one.
Gain of 8 on the play. That makes it 2nd and 2.
go, G, get off the field. Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. Set. 10 by.
Fuck. Fuck.
Lost the 4 yards on the play. That'll bring up third and
Albert, I
6.
could have just kept running and got at least probably back to the line of scrimmage. I hesitated, and then I went to throw it, and I would have probably thrown a pick because I was about to smash the wrong button. I wanted RB, and I was about to hit B.
Man left. 4 down. Mike 55, Mike 55. Down. Blue 14. Check. Right lion, right.
Sodzinski's left all alone. So was McGee, really, if I hit him right there.
That makes it first and 10.
Check. 24, Mike 55. Right there in the middle, 55. Set. 10-19. Check. 8 through it. 8.
We get 5 on the run.
That's a gain of 5 on the play. That brings up second.
Trying to hurry it up in case they score on us. We get the ball back. We'll have plenty of time to do our thing. We don't have to worry about cutting off the run from our playbook.
Check. 8 through it.
And there's nice room to run there. This kid, I think, is ready to be the starter. Next year, he'll fully assume the job.
Man left. 4 down. Mike 55. Set. Blue 14. Check. Lion. Down, right.
All the fancy footwork there. Gets 7. Alright, 2nd and 3. Just keep moving pretty consistently.
Double tight. 4 down. Mike 55. Oklahoma. Check. 8 through it.
And Ouellette hits the hole. Hits the hole hard for 10. We might need to get him a little breather. I don't know if it works if we do the... He's yellow. He's not bad.
Two tights. 4 down. Mike 55. Set.
James Brown seeing the field for the first time today. There's just plenty of room to run no matter who you are. Senior, red shirt, he's been here. He's had times where he played some, times like now where he's not really played. And he's getting some time here as we continue to wonder for the medical update on Carl Davidson. Oh, he gets fucking dropped
That is a loss of 1 yard.
in a hurry.
That'll bring up 3rd and 4.
Bam. Shit. He's tired as shit.
Set. Blue 14.
McGee, touchdown, take the lead. Cam Elbert gets his first TD of the game And ULM gets the first lead of the game if they can kick this one. No problems on the kick, and it's a 1-point lead now. South Carolina holds off Ohio State. They came back, but the Buckeyes struggle downtown to under 500 town. South Carolina 5-1, still chances and hopes of maybe winning the division. Clemson gets dropped. Tech giving them their first loss of the season, so they'll probably not be top 10 after this. And a good one here, 2 top 5 teams. Xichigan in Louisiana Monroe, first time in conference game. The crowd, as you can hear, even the wet conditions has been hostile. Lewis Gandy will get a 24 yards. Mississippi State comes back and beats Miami. Conference USA battles. Pollock gets him, you'll get 4. Keith Hunter averaging over 5 a carry. He's slowed down a little after the first half was pretty rough, trying to slow him down.
Here we go. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Pass it. 10-19. Pass it.
He drops it. Might have been out of bounds either way, but it'll be 3rd and 6. That's going to be for a loss of 7. It might have been a fumble. No, it looked like it was going forward enough if it hadn't have been caught. And the defense makes a big tackle out in the open there to get the ball back. Maybe. Barring any funny business. And there's some room. McGee up the sideline. 21-yard punt return. Kid's so dangerous. Deserves every bit of the consideration for the Heisman.
Man left. Four down. 85. I'm coming for you. Here we go. Mike 55. Red 88. Check 99.
Oh, fuck! What a catch. Wow. That hurts. Cam Elbert's second pick. Nick Roach. Damn. Just comes out of nowhere to sky for it. I thought that was getting over his shoulder and going to be 6. Instead, it changes everything now. Back on the defense.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Dog 4. Check 99.
They're not giving up the run. Average per carry is slowly going down since that first of 17 or whatever it was in the first quarter. And right through us. Are you kidding? Come on, D. All they need is a field goal. I don't imagine they'll be able to drag this thing out. They're going to have to give us a little time left. One man to beat, and he's able to pull him down. Look, the safety has held his own today in the tackling and run defense. Gritty, gutsy. That's me. That's all me. God damn. I am not helping at all on D. I'm just not really paying attention to what I'm doing.
Call it a gain of 8 yards. That'll bring up 2nd and 3.
Defense, come on. Nunez with the stop. Come on, D. Come on. Everybody's defended and he goes right to the middle of the field. Good Lord. And a play specifically called for middle of the field. Might as well just let him score. I'm not going to stop him.
That's good for a gain of 10 yards.
Nothing stopping him. He didn't like that. He pitches it. Hold him to a field goal would be huge. The blitz comes. Pinch blitz, Curtis.
That'll bring up 4th and 1.
They're field goaling it. Trying to burn clock for us, but we've got all of our timeouts. We only need 3. We like our chances here as long as we don't throw a pick or do something stupid, which is dangerous possible. You can see him missing that shit. Jackson had a little room there if he could have gotten past that man. Just 2 points down here. Over 2 minutes to go, so Kaplan's got broken ribs. He won't be back. We still have not seen anything on Davidson. And the defense just too smart. They're not running by letting Elbert go.
That makes it 2nd and 10.
Not fooled.
Set 10-19. Alert, alert. Lion.
That one gets through to McGee. Here we go. Not far from field goal range.
That makes it 1st and 10.
Get the first down so the clock stops. We'll get a different formation, different personnel out. Gotta run the ball. And Olat's gonna find a few. 6 yards.
Gain of 6 on the play. That'll make it 2nd and 4.
Down. Blue 14. Blue.
Sadzinski wide open. Puts a little heat on it, and it goes. There we go. 39 yards away.
Set. Oklahoma.
And nobody blocks him. Fuck.
Tackle. Loss of 1 on the play. That'll bring up 2nd and 11.
Four down. Mike 55. Mike 55. Hey, eat. Check. Right lion. Shift. Watch the shift. Down. Set.
Albert, get jiggy, baby. He's short of the first.
That'll bring up 3rd and inches.
Just get the first. Just get the first.
Set.
Gain of 2 on the play. 1st down.
Down. Check. Set. Blue 14.
2nd and 7.
Double tight, double tight. Four down, four down. Hey, check right, check right.
Baker likes it lined up more on the left hash for these.
Set.
So
Oklahoma.
damn, he fucking violently tossed.
Call it a gain of 1 yard. That'll bring up 3rd and 6.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Four down, four down. Mike 55, Mike 55.
Timeout called by the offense.
Fuck, how did he get tossed so bad? It defeated everything that we were trying to accomplish.
Timeout on the field.
Don't do this. We have the fucking antifreeze. Don't waste our time.
Timeout.
Don't waste our time.
Timeout called on the field.
Dude, they just rolled my kicker, my center. We should get a 5-yarder at least. Damn, dude. That concerns me. Are you just fucking rolling our guy like that? Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Little uncertain, little uncertain. A little uncertain. That's the second game we've played this week where it was 16-17, field goal at the end. And we got to figure out what's going on with Davidson. Just how lucky and happy are we? I mean, there wasn't really any luck. It was work. They came down the field. Carl Davidson running under his own power doesn't seem to be injured. Maybe it was just a end of game headache, concussion, bursitis, something, back locked up, cramps. I don't know. Something that's just temporary. Any of those short-term things. Albert got roughed up all day. Give Michigan's D credit. They were hunting him. That fumble hurt. Gee catching a touchdown. Oh, that's a cool picture there. Survive. Name of the game with this one. Survive. 2 interceptions, 4 sacks. Davidson left the game, never came back. I don't know if he's okay. Everything's temporary injury. Roulette came in, did pretty good. Got us what we needed. Was able to make it work. Sadzinski, a big day. Barnes had a couple of big. He had that touchdown, of course. Just a couple of pancakes for some of the boys. Ryan Hale, leading tackle. And Curtis. You're okay when you're like top 4 leading tacklers are all your linebackers. That seems good. Cook had 2 tackles for loss from the safety spot. Curtis, Tom Young, he had a sack early. Ray Waters had that 1 tackle for loss. Nunez had a big one, I remember. Just 1 sack today. No interceptions. No deflections. No fumbles. Give credit to Michigan there for playing a pretty clean game. Courtney Stevenson, you kicked the one to win the game. This guy's got probably a future in the NFL. He's a 96 as a junior redshirt, so next year we might try to spam, kick a little more with him than we normally do. Derek Miller's still trying to develop. Nothing too special on the kick returns. McGee 16 per punt return, though. Setting up some field position. Who was it that ran the last one back after they kicked their field goal? That was Jackson. He didn't get a real big one, but my memory's shot. It's late. We just barely survived. I feel like, all right, I'm not going to test it. I'm not going to play another one right now. We like to keep these a little more special than all the online Dynasty games we just grind through, which I think we actually have one waiting for us to play at this point. Seeing ECU reminds me of it. And there's Notre Dame winning today. Ohio U getting a win. It's too monumental with those outcomes. See the team stats. 3 turnovers, the real big one to circle and highlight. Players of the game. Nick Hunter. First half was dangerous. They're going to be even better when they get Swain back. So Michigan, good team, but they've got 2 losses now. A nail biter in Monroe, to say the least. So let's advance. I'm not sure what's going on with recruiting, so we can see. I'm going to get reacquainted with that. And it's a Maroon Bowl next. Number 4, Stanford. What will they be ranked? Where will they be ranked? Get ready for that one. We'll try to come back a little more recent, or a little more sooner. Less time in between streams than the last one till this one. All right. Just barely escaping the Michigan game. Game's not going to help do anything for play style. I mean, we did have a decent amount of running yards, but not really. Passing yards are going to play style go down. Anytime now. Come on, boys. Come on. Taking a sweet time. Lunches, recruiting battles. 4 fellows who are ready to visit. Number 1 versus number 5 here coming up. And it's a Maroon Bowl. Not unlike some of the Maroon Bowls we had in the past with OU and Stanford. They're in the Super 3 battles there. Michigan with 2 losses, it still stays in the top 10. We'll take a look at the top 10 real quick after we do this. We've got only 250 points to burn, so how long this could possibly take. Let's see, ready for visit. Have I scouted any of these guys? I have not. He's leading though. Who's Jamie McKnight? We got good leads on some of these guys. Ken Woods here. Slowly going up. What's going on with that? It's been late to get to the party with him. David Johnson. I haven't even scouted some of these guys yet. All right. Let me look through this. So Blair Pace, unless we're going to try to throw another 380 at this guy. Should probably just come off the list. So let me see my athletes, if there's anybody. That's a QB. Donnell Miller. The little guy. I did not mean to exit out of that. Sorry. But yeah, let's do that. So, I mean, we'll leave him on here. I think we can get him to still visit. Peace. It's going up pretty good. All right, we got to go by position. It's just too much. It's overwhelming me because I don't remember what I was doing. I feel like this name, Dobzinski's, come up so many times. This actual Adam Dobzinski as a runner back, though, seems even more familiar. He's going up enough. I feel like that's fine. This guy's going, he's got a huge lead. We'll pinch a couple off. Those pinches we can give back here, I guess. Let's see what's going on with these guys. So we know what he is, and he looks like a guy that we're willing to just worm along for a complimentary visit. This guy we have pretty much locked up, so I don't know if we can care to see what it is. We can just throw him a scholarship at the end of the year. Clayton McDaniels, a big old gem. We're going up. Just slightly. Just slowly. This guy is probably time to check out if we're not going to put points on him. I don't even know if he's any good. So, we can come back and look at him. Got Irby signed. We've got Williams up here. I don't know what's going on with people surging ahead, but looks like it's ready to fuck us out of something. So this guy's got us listed and he's ready to visit. I don't even know if he's any good. I haven't even scouted him. We have scouted him. We know what this guy is. Nothing special, but he's going to come for a visit, it looks like. Let's scout him. Run block's decent. If I get this dude, I don't really need him. Irby's real good. This guy's not bad. Worth keeping on the list, but worth giving points. Worth giving a scholarship. We got one guard signed already. It's a 67 that turned out to be a gem. And so Crum, he went up 6 as well. I don't know what the deal is here. We might have had him visit too soon. He had a good visit. Can't really do anything else for him. Alan Willis is kind of like, if you're going to do something with him, you better do it now. Dorsey looks good. Slowly going up. Joe Bennett. Not scouted. Andy Turner. Who are these bums? It's complimentary visits, I'm assuming. Whitmore, we're actually chasing him. Freaking armies or navies just nipping at us slowly, a little bit each week. Sam Fox, I probably should throw a few more points at. Justin Simmons is going up. He needs a scholarship offer, though. Kim Woods is ready to visit. We need to get a visit scheduled. Sooner than later, maybe. So if we have them come against Louisiana State here, it's a higher ranked team. Or no, it's not a higher ranked, but it's ranked team, ranked top 10 team, and conference opponent. This is a rivalry game. And Hayes is here. And I have a chance that, because it's a couple more weeks away, I can schedule some additional guys here. I think that's the move. More likely to have a big game against these guys, too. Just got so many guys we haven't scouted. Hayes is looking good. We got him locked in. I don't think anybody's going to come back on us and catch him. This dude's going down, though. Like, he's a complimentary visit, I'm assuming. Keep him on there and have him visit. That game, Arkansas State. All right, Dustin Gordon's going down, way down, so probably take him off. Goodbye, sir. Mark Hill's looking good. All these athletes, Jesus. All right, our boy Donnell is our main QB guy now. I mean, he got a pretty good lead, and we're now dumping 200 on him and shit, so we should be able to get him. He should be here for a visit real soon. Jamie McKnight, I don't know how good you are. Decent speed, not special. Hit power, pursuit. Maybe a wide receiver, but he looks like he could play corner or safety, though. Eric Neal. Juke move is pretty elite. Speed is not good. Catching's decent. Not very big guys. 4-star, though. Not real guaranteed to sign. David Johnson here. What is he? A little slow. Strength, tackle, hit power. It's 252, so DN. Block shedding's a D, though. Coverage skills, yeah, I don't think he's a backer. How is he at 74? He looks terrible. Is he like a tight end or something that I don't know about? Like, his blocking is 1,000? What is not happening here with this guy? I see why we're not giving him any points. It's like Brandon Wyatt we were trying to catch. What are we doing here? Brandon Wyatt, what are you? What are you? His main coverage sucks, but his zone coverage is crazy. Safety? Is that? Like quarters formation full time? His break, tackle, stiff arm, elusiveness is all good, but his carrying sucks. So I'm like, I don't think he's a running back really. His ball carrier vision's not great. So it's like, why am I putting so many points on him? He's not really a good fit for anything. So with that said, there's not really any guys that immediately stand out that I need to throw offers to. I need to probably do more like scouting than that. This is just a mess trying to get reminded or caught back up where I was at. I'm curious about this dude, so. Oh. That's bad. I do vaguely remember now we were just looking for gems as D tackles and stuff. We were hoping we would catch lightning somewhere. So I guess let's see if we did. One more. I think we also need to make a decision on this dude if we were going to give him points. But we don't need tight ends, so this is low priority. We already scouted him. It didn't look anything special. Guess we could scout him if he's any good. We gotta start throwing points at him. Yikes. His run block's not terrible, but Jesus, dude. We might really get a visit out of him. There's nothing left really out there to go that, needs to go on my list. There's nothing else to really add to the recruiting board. These DNs, like this guy ended up being a joke. Like we could cut them, we could take them off the list, but don't have anything else to add, like I said. Hayes is doing okay. If we could take a couple more points off of him, then we could scout this guy, see if he's anything. Like, we're just basically looking for gems. This guy, we're either trying to break the lock or just waiting for him to have his visit eligible next week. Probably better schedule it. Yeah, we just have these points like tentatively out here on these guys. Like, doesn't feel like we're really going after them. He's just not super at any of these things. This guy's actually kind of slow. Yeah, I just don't know what to do with them. This dude's a 5-star though. So he's gonna develop, but what's gonna develop? His coverage? Like, what is he doing with that man coverage? Like, I don't know what to do with him. Running back? Like, the break tackle, stiff arm, elusiveness makes me think he's a running back. Got some pretty decent hands. So, I mean, I guess if we're interested in trying to get him, I need to give points on him. I don't know. It's just like all the guys that we want, we've got maxed out. I guess I could have gave some to this guy, but he's JUCO, so I feel like the points we have on him should get us there. Once somebody signs, we'll have a few points that we can carve off. Let's give him 10 more. It's gonna be a huge year, dude, if we get both of these guards. Crumb. We've already got Irby, who's probably, pretty much a starter. He'll redshirt. I think we've got enough depth and everything that all these guys have a chance to redshirt, but this is, I mean, like, the offensive line of the future is all here. 2 tackles, potentially, at least 1. And 2 guards, at least 1. The center ended up being shit, so he can probably go. I'm gonna try to get a complimentary visit. This guy wasn't very good either. He's actually a big drop off. So he should probably go. He's not fast enough to do anything else, and his tackle skills suck. So try to get complimentary visit out of him, but I mean, it looks like it's taking a long time. I'd rather just try to load it up with as many D tackles as I can find, and we eventually find some kind of gem here. We haven't scouted these 2 guys yet to see what we have. Someday. We will see soon. All right, we've got 3 spots. 4-star sitting here. Really? A 5-star guy is just sitting here? Why? What is going on? Yeah, come on, I guess. All right, we're working on it. We're working on it here. Vibe with this guy. I feel like he could be a gem for some reason. This guy could be decent as well. Tony Lawrence is a 4-star. Hit power, pursuit, play recognition sucks. And he's slow. Not real good numbers there or grades there. I don't like the D's in tackling for my D tackle. I mean, your position's called tackle. If your tackling skills aren't good, that's not helpful. Scott Casey might be worth taking a look at. I feel like I'm more in the market for a D tackle than D end, though. I got a deal breaker on him. Program tradition. Come on. We just won a natty, but we're a C minus still. Offensive line and shit set. I don't really need to do this, but could be a gym or something. Wants to come here. Gene Coleman. I think I was looking at him possibly once before. Junior already, though. Some 4 stars here. Wide receiver. Not great at receiving. It's more 286-pound athlete. We dare add another athlete to our list? I feel like he's got to be offensive line or something because tackle. So he could be a D tackle. His D tackle skills suck. He's an offensive lineman and we can't tell what it is. Man, I'm getting sleepy. My eyes are hurting. Blake Leslie, big old slow boy. If his play recognition was a B or something, like I would have maybe thought about it. Solid C's from Sean Leach. Decent. Might not be. I know we looked at Ricky Schmidt. Hell, you might have just saw the name on, like the names come up again and again in different dynasties. Ron Tatum. I think we thought about adding maybe last time we saw him. Celebrations in A. Simon Darby might not be bad. He's from Louisiana. Power moves are a B. Block shedding C. Might not be bad. Do I need a middle backer though? Not sure if that's where I want to throw this last one. We're almost done. We're almost done. Let's go. Thought we had a kicker on there somewhere already. I don't know if I needed another one right now or as a punter. I think I had a deal breaker on this anyway. This guy has his first on his list, so maybe we should go look at him. Let's give him a chance. Maybe use a gym. All right. Well, I think that'll do it for the stream here. I'm not going to play the Stanford game right now, so when we do come back next, the next time in the Hot Rod Galaxy of Sports, we will see Michigan, number 9, get the fuck out of our faces, and we will play in a Maroon Bowl against Stanford in our division here, no less. 4-1. Number 5 team in the country. Show you these divisional standings. See them right there. All the maroon has creamed to the top here. We're the only one undefeated, so we just have to finish business and stay that way, and we will be just fine. The other side, we'll have to end up playing probably Pitt or Army. And so we'll see how it all goes. Who ends up being your first CFP college football playoff, Premier 12, Big 12, Elite Big 12, Super Big 12, 3-tier promotion relegation, top, whatever you want to say, League One, you got it. You call it that. But that's what this is, and ULM is trying to be the first winner of it. So we'll find out soon if they can. Tune back in. Subscribe to the YouTube. Help me move to YouTube. Help me make the move to YouTube. Till next time. Thanks so much. You know I love you.